Hi movers, Happy New Year. Coming to you from my home space in the USA. I've got a gentle neck and shoulder flow for you today. So we're gonna get started in any seated position that feels comfortable for you. I am going to choose Sukhasana here. If you feel more comfortable popping a block or a cushion underneath you to elevate you a bit, go ahead and find that now, and then we will close our eyes. And taking just a moment to center in, find the breath. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And pay attention to those areas in the neck and the shoulders where you might be feeling some tension. Those areas that need a little more space, a little more breath. Let's set an intention for showing up for ourselves on the mat today. Your purpose, your progress. And just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can go ahead and blink the eyes open. We're going to start with neck cars, okay, or controlled articulated rotations. And I love this little neck exercise because it helps work on the full range of motion. So stay here in the seated position. We're just going to tuck the chin towards your chest. And hopefully you can already feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Sometimes I can also feel it all the way down my spinal column. We're going to keep the chin tucked down here, but I want you to look over towards the right. And you can untuck the chin and just bring the right ear down towards your right shoulder, just a little side bend. Slowly take the neck all the way back and around. Take this super slow until that left ear draws down towards your left shoulder. And draw the chin down, and we're looking left. And let's meet back with the chin tucked down towards your chest. We're going to do that one more time, going towards the left side first. So keeping the chin drawing down, look left. Hopefully you can feel this up the right kind of back side of the neck. And bring your left ear down towards that left shoulder, side bend. Gentle circle of the neck all the way back, all the way around, side bend on the other side. Draw the chin down, we're looking right. And then tuck the chin back down towards the chest. And bring the neck back to neutral. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, we're going to bend your right shoulder down towards the midline. And I like to turn my hand a little bit so that I can really press, kind of use the knee to press that right shoulder down, and look over that left shoulder. So you should be feeling a stretch on the front of your right shoulder here. And inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, left shoulder presses down towards the midline. Look over the right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. All right, little shoulder roll back. And let's take them forward. And let's meet in our tabletop position. So move with me onto the hands and onto the knees here. We're going to spend a little time in our tabletop position. So I just want you to make sure that you're stacking your joints here. Our wrists are underneath our shoulders. From the inner wrist all the way through the upper arm, I want you to firm the arms in. So you're going to feel the pec muscles turn on, the forearm muscles are working. Draw the belly, the ribs in here. When you look down at your knees, make sure they are your hips distance and everything stays nice and parallel here. Let's start to move through those cat-cows. Big inhale to arch the spine, lift the heart. As you exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. And again, inhale, reach the crown of the head towards the tail. Maybe hold this one a little bit longer. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Actively press away, especially if you've got some tightness or soreness in those upper shoulders. This is a good space to just hold, maybe kind of wiggle around a little bit. Sometimes I rock side to side here. And let's just take one more. Inhale to arch. Deep exhale to round. And inhale, meet me back in that neutral spine. So we're going to keep our left hand here right underneath that shoulder. And inhale, take the right arm all the way up towards the sky. Really lengthen across the chest and the shoulder. Take that right hand and just take it behind the head. Okay, so you're trying to open up the chest even more. As you exhale, we're going to go into a bit of shoulder mobility now. Take the right elbow and see if you can tap it anywhere on that left arm. So I like to tap the wrist, maybe just want to tap it a little bit above, you choose, and then inhale, open the chest and open that elbow up again. And exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. We're going for 5. Inhale. Just 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Reach that right arm all the way back up. Sweep it behind you and let's weave it underneath. So we're going to set the right shoulder down to the ground and the right temple all the way down. Draw the belly slightly in and you can choose whether you want to take that left arm behind the back. Maybe you want to keep it on the ground for support. Just breathe into the back of that shoulder. Nice deep breaths here. And inhale. Let's slowly unwind. Take that right arm back up towards the sky. And then exhale, release it all the way down to the mat. All right, let's take the other side. So we're going to inhale, take that left arm up towards the sky. Open across that chest and shoulder. Take that left hand behind the head. You can already feel that stretch here across the pec. As you exhale, let's tap the left elbow towards that right arm anywhere. Inhale, open it up. Exhale to tap. Inhale. Exhale, tap. Just 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Move with that breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right, inhale, reach that right arm back, open towards the sky. Sweep it all the way behind you and then weave it underneath. So we're coming in to thread the needle on our second side here. Set the shoulder down, set the left temple down. Once again, option to wrap that right arm behind the back or keep it connected to the mat for support. Draw the belly in and just breathe. Inhale, slowly unwind, and we're taking that left arm back up towards the sky. And as you exhale, just reach the hand down to the mat. All right, take a little wiggle, side to side. Just feel into those shoulders. Hopefully they feel a little more open. And then we're gonna come all the way down onto the belly. So come down with me onto your forearms here. So we're coming into Sphinx pose. Now check in once you're here that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. So they're no wider than your own shoulder distance. You want the forearms to stay parallel. Spread those hands, the fingertips nice and wide. Now we're going to traction the elbows back and pull the heart forward through the gate of the shoulders and allow the shoulder blades to soften down the back slightly together. You want the heart to radiate forward. Press down through the tops of the feet. Engage those legs. Engage the core. Go ahead and just look over your left shoulder or look to the left. And go ahead and look to the right. And slowly come back to center. I'm going to have you tuck your chin and just sway the neck a little bit side to side. So take your time, maybe find a moment to pause. And bring it back to center. We're going to come all the way down onto the chest now. So we're taking the right arm directly out to the right side. So when you look at it, just make sure the wrist is about in line with the shoulder. You're going to turn the right side of the face down to the mat. I'm leaving my left hand here just for support on the mat. Bending your left knee, okay? Step the ball of that left foot behind you. And you don't have to set the whole foot down. I like to just tap the toes there, set the ball of the foot down, and just breathe into the front of that right shoulder. Draw the belly in here, just to keep the core support. And inhale, straighten that left leg and then roll back onto the tummy nice and gentle. And we're going to take the other side. So you can bend that right hand and place the hand to the mat for support. Take the left arm directly out to that left side. Left side of the face comes down to the mat. Bend the right knee. Step that right ball of the foot behind you. Nice deep breaths here into the left shoulder. And inhale, straighten out that right leg, roll onto the tummy, nice and slow. All right, from here, let's place the hands underneath your shoulders and just press back into a child's pose. So you choose if you like your knees together, that gives a little more length and support into your lower spine. If you want to take your knees wide and touch the toes together in the back, that gives you an added hip stretch. Wherever you are, just stretch the arms all the way out and just surrender the mind down to the mat. Feel free to rest your elbows down. One more grounding breath here. On your next inhale, slowly bring the knees so they are your hips distance apart. We're going to reach the hands back and grab onto your ankles here. And just touch the forehead down to the mat. We're going to go through a few rounds of rabbit pose. As you inhale, let's lift the hips up, rock up onto the crown of the head, the very top of the head. And if you're keeping the grip of your ankles here, or maybe even keeping the grip of your heels, you'll be able to feel the stretch in your traps, the tops of the shoulders. And exhale, slowly rock down to the forehead, lower the hips towards the heels. And again, inhale, slowly rock up to the crown of the head. Exhale, lower down. One more, inhale, rock up. And exhale, lower down. This time, you can continue gripping the feet there, or you can interlace the fingertips behind the back. Go ahead and squeeze those palms together. 3 more just like this. Inhale, rock up onto the crown of the head. Try to reach the hands overhead. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, rock up. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, lower down slow. Release those arms. Last pose here, we're going to come into a dolphin pose. So keeping, just like we were in our Sphinx pose, keeping the elbows in line with your shoulders. You can keep the forearms parallel here, or if you prefer to bring the palms together, you can also grip like this. Tuck the toes under. We're going to send the hips up and away from the top of the mat. Now in dolphin pose, this is a pretty active pose, so make sure you're really engaging through your core. Draw the belly, the ribs in. Press away so that you can create space between the ears and the shoulders. You want a nice long spine here. Don't worry about the heels, about whether the heels touch the ground or not. You can even bend your knees if you feel the hamstrings are pretty tight. I'm going to hold you here for 3. Keep pressing away. 2 and 1. Good job. Soften those knees down. Child's pose. Take a rest. That dolphin pose is an excellent posture to practice to both strengthen and open up the shoulders. So feel free to stay here in your child's pose for as long as it feels good. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.